Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. This is the Bryson Podcast with your host, David Pierre, and today I want to talk about dancing with two left feet. This is based off of a song that I made years ago called Dance. And basically what this is about and what I want to talk about is how the concept or the theme of learning while doing. And in this case, connecting it to the song, it'll be with love. And how with that and dancing, you kind of have to learn as you go, you know? It's hard to learn how to do it by not doing it, and, you maybe mess up, maybe you trip, you're awkward, you're nervous, but there's only one way to really go about it, You could watch videos, you could watch people do it, and that would still be a good reference, You'll still learn something from that to where, you could have a better experience starting off than others who just go into it without. But at the end of the day, you gotta learn while you do. And when it comes to that part of love and being willing to still dance, even with your two left feet, And of course, ideally, your parents or my parents would have taught me things about love and whatnot before, to where I could be more precautious and more mindful and, maybe have done some things a little better. Maybe I've not said or done other things for the worse. But can't really worry about that, It's in the past, and knowing that now it's in my hands. And if I want to dance, just like if I want to love or find love or have love, whatever love, that I'm going to get that by doing and being okay with being nervous, being awkward, stumbling, Some days are bad, some days are good. And at the same time, too, the person that you dance with, maybe you're dancing alone, it's just you're single, right? And as you dance with people, you stop dancing with those who aren't willing to. It's not that people have to teach you, but it's like they got to be willing to dance with you knowing that you're not the best dancer, but you want to be, or you want to be a better dancer. And that's okay. You can still have a good time as long as your intentions are still there, And paralleling that, my bad. Paralleling that, it's somebody, you're not going to be perfect, of course, when you meet somebody. And when you meet somebody, they're not perfect, right? They're not them best selves most of the time. But the thing is, if they want to be and they're willing and they're going to actually try to do that, or they're going to do it, right? They're not there yet, but they're in that process, or that's in their intentions or whatever, then that wouldn't be something to discredit them for, or that wouldn't be something to stop or not give them a chance because they're not their best selves already, or they're not perfect, Because most of the time, you're not going to be, being your best self, and that whole entire concept is going to take time. There's no way. It's rare to be in your 20s, maybe even 30s, or who knows what age, and be your best self, right? All you can really do is in the moment, do your best and be your best. But when it comes to that best version, I guess that ultimate version that somebody ideally would, have, or you have everything together and whatever, don't count on that, because who knows how long that will take. And when you meet somebody and they're, once again, they're not perfect, they're flawed, but they're willing to improve, and the red flags aren't coming from places of evil or from, like malintent. A red flag could be something like, oh, not too close with the family, or I don't know, not close with their dad. But then, given some people's childhoods, you like that's not something to say I'm not gonna give you a shot for, because, well, it's just not like that for everybody. It's one thing for someone to be manipulative or sneaky. Okay, yeah, don't date them for that. But somebody who isn't as close with their dad as they, I guess, ideally could be or should be or whatever, you could say it's a red flag, but it's not one to disapprove of somebody for. And I've really been learning things like that because, you have your expectations. If the whole spectrum of the whole like space of love and dating was like a party, and you new to it, right? Or you're not that experienced, you don't really know how to dance that well. Other people know how to dance well. Some people don't like dancing at all. Some people are hosting the party, whatever, right? When it comes to that dancing part, and you gotta be willing to dance. I mean, that's how you're gonna dance with somebody. And then even if you can't dance as well, at least you're dancing with somebody who's okay with that. But you're gonna get better, You're gonna get better. Because when you stay a wallflower, not like you're in this party for what? Like, why are you there? Like, what are you doing there? You came here to connect, to have a good time, to get better at dancing. Just like how in dating, you're not there to just sit by and sit by and watch everybody else connect. Like, no, if you want to connect and have a good time, go there, meet people, connect, introduce yourself, talk, and it's fine. Once again, it's fine. It's okay to be bad at dancing. That's fine. It's okay to not be used to dating or used to meeting people or connecting or, getting to know somebody, but you got to start. Because if you don't start, you will never be at the finish line of in a relationship, or you will never be married. You'll never have kids. You'll never find that person out there for you. That person who's willing to take you despite your flaws and, maybe that pimple on your forehead or that scar on your left ear or something, So really dance. Put yourself out there, because not everyone is going to see you when you're not out there. That's the point of putting yourself out there, so you can be seen. Of course, through time and whatever, people can find you, or you can come across people, but that really matters on where you're going, if you're really going out or going anywhere really, and how consistently, and your personality and how much you're extroverted and blah, 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 right? And all those sorts of things. So put yourself out there, just like how you want to put yourself out there to dance. And, you might have two left feet, but someday and even if you're still dancing alone or you're single, at least you know how to dance, right? Or you're still going to have a good time. Or even if people around you, people come up to people and you're bad at dancing, or even you're not the best, or you're not so much on the technique part, at least you're comfortable. You're comfortable with yourself, knowing that even if this person that comes across your way, or even this person that you meet, you guys don't vibe like that. You're comfortable with yourself to where you know that, like, you're still going to be good, and that as you continue on, it's like somebody you'll meet, right? But you got to do it. You just got to keep on dancing, putting yourself out there. Don't be a wallflower to life. Don't be a wallflower to the party that is, society and love, because when you're a wallflower, you're watching people do what like you want to be able to do, you know. So yeah, that's something that, connects that to the song, about what that song is about, and even connecting it to that whole idea of dating and putting yourself out there and meeting people that, like, of course, they're not perfect, they're flawed. Some things could be whatever, but you still got to go through it, because that's how you get better and that's how you get the result. So let me know what you think. Am I wrong, or what's your thoughts, or anything, or even just adding on to this too. And like and subscribe or follow wherever you're at. Just something to to help me out, help your boy out. But yeah, you have a good day, good night, good afternoon. Dave here, Bright Sun Podcast, out.